importance of American diplomacy, where we invite and receive respected world leaders. And this former president, as president, invited them to Camp David because he does not, again, appreciate the role and respect.
This
motherfucker.
Because I was so ready for that. That was literally my favorite part of the fucking
video. I can't say
it. And then the funny thing is that I just watched an interview in which she was like saying her favorite cuss word was motherfucker.
But she can't say it.
Not a ER, not a hard R.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that all over her face. And this former president.
That was a good catch, though. Right. That was a good catch. She almost fucked up.
Yeah. What up, though, everybody? It is Bridge, your favorite butterscotch baddie, a.k.a. the Married MILF. And it's Tristan. Say hi, Tris. Everybody.
Hey, Tristan.
Say hi. He said, I'm uninterested in this at the moment.
I see.
But welcome back to another episode of Black Girl Confidential. I am joined with my two beautiful co-hosts. Ladies, how are y'all feeling?
I'm a little tired. I'm running off about 4 hours of sleep, but I'm here.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
You're just going to try not to get fired from her job tomorrow.
Oh, no. It's Friday. You can't get fired on a Friday.
Girl,
I don't care about what day it is. I don't care what day it is. Nope.
What happened?
So I had an observation today. Like I had my very first observation as a lead teacher. Mm-hmm. And they decided to put someone who don't do diddly squat in my class as a third teacher. So I told them today that if my score is fucked up because of her, I'm gonna punch her in the face, and then we're gonna have a conversation.
After the punch.
When do you get your score? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, in a phone call with the lady.
Gotcha. Well,
it's me and my co-teacher.
Let us know how it goes. I'll be on standby.
That smile.
For the call from the police station. That one
Asia,
phone call.
I'm not gonna laugh at that.
Asia, why'd you hit her?
I would never ask you why.
Why did you?
I just
why'd
want
you
you
put
to
her
know.
in my
I'd
class?
be like, girl, where are you and how much does it cost?
Let me go get this bitch. Like
exactly.
Well, it'll just be I think if anything, I'd just get a signature bond.
Okay.
Oh well, yeah.
That's easy.
I'll probably be in jail for maybe a couple hours, depending on the time of day. I'll probably be in jail for maybe a couple hours.
Yeah, happens to the best of us. Been there.
Asia, stop hitting. All you gonna hear is, Asia, stop hitting her. Nope.
Listen, I already did it. I might as well go all the way now.
I didn't already blacked out. I don't hear nothing you say.
Okay. Yeah. Follow through.
Okay. Commit.
Okay.
Commit to that shit.
I am the worst person to be in a situation with like that because I would be like, "Why did you stop? You might as well. You're gonna get in trouble anyway.
Because all the teachers said this. All the other teachers said the same thing. I don't understand why they would put her in your class on an important day. I said, I don't know, but let my score be affected tomorrow. Let her say that my score was affected because of her. And the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go have the conversation with my director first. Mm-hmm. So she better hope and pray she'll show up tomorrow.
No, she's not. You gonna be like, bitch. For you.
my co-teacher said, yeah. I'm gonna ask what's her name to not ever put her back in here.
Or watch. I don't know because I ain't never been in a classroom with kids, but
she stood there with her arms crossed. I ran the entire.
She didn't even pretend to be busy.
No. We gave her markers and we said supervise. We gave her markers and we said, all right, supervise the kids at this center. The center was like our big whiteboard, so we gave the kids markers and go draw on the board. while some kids were on the carpet and I was running the activity. She's just sitting there.
Oh yeah, no.
While all the kids, and I'm like, okay, go to my co-teacher, go to the other teacher, and she's just
So she didn't even
sitting there.
pretend to be busy.
And then when we went outside, because I don't do the go outside part. I do the stay inside, cleaning up, getting ready for lunch part. Outside with her arms crossed. I said,
I hate working with lazy.
She walked past, when she walked in front of me, I said, if you were gonna stand there with your arms crossed, you should have at least came inside and cleaned up. Because I could have been helping her watch the kids.
You could have uncrossed your arms and picked something up.
Right. Just at least if you're gonna be lazy, can you at least look like you're doing something?
Was she young?
Yeah.
What do you define young though?
But she's also been doing this a lot. She's also been doing this a lot longer than I have. Like now,
that's why I'm asking. Teacher. What do you define young? Because
she's not even 21.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But my thing is, she's been doing this for longer than I have. I've been doing this for 5 months. 5 months.
We remember.
And 5 months and 2 days, right?
In 22 hours.
Almost another day.
Almost another day.
We're gonna hope we make it to that 5 months tomorrow. Okay?
Make it to the 5 months, Asia. Make it to the 5 months. Pull it to the side and have a conversation. Now, how the conversation goes, that's up to you.
I'm gonna talk to my dad. Because I already told them. I said, let my score be affected come break time. Because that's what she said. She's gonna call around 12:30, between 12:30 and 2. I said, let my score be affected if you want to.
Are you guys graded individually or as a class?
No. We're graded as a classroom. We're graded as
hell
no.
Yeah, that would piss me off too. I'll be like, look, let me.
But the thing is, so the thing about it is, and the worst part is, and I know it's for our grant. So the teachers in my academy get a grant, a $1,500 grant that's split into 2 payments.
So if y'all score too low, y'all don't get the grant, right?
I said if you fuck up my 750, that's supposed to be coming in January, February, Buki.
Okay, that's like y'all's bonuses and stuff. Yeah,
it's coming out your pocket.
It's gonna come out your life.
Oh Lord!
Damn. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be mad.
So I think you get it regardless, but the feedback is, okay, this is what you need to work on. I don't need to work on nothing. She needs to work on whatever. She needs to work on her social. Do not come in a classroom with 2-year-olds, say you love these 2-year-olds, and then sit there with your fucking arms crossed.
Yeah, not facts. So especially at 2, because they're so impressionable.
Girl, and being everything.
But the thing is, we had a teacher come in, and the kids automatically gravitated towards him because of his energy. Mm-hmm. They sat down and did circle time with him for a little bit, and she just stood there.
Wow.
So how is she keeping her job? That's what I want to know.
I was doing potties. My co-teacher went to the bathroom, and she just standing there.
That's wild. It was a plant. That was a plant. They did that.
Yeah. Because how is she keeping her job? You know, the thing I don't like about companies in general, they will keep the laziest motherfucker.
How are you a substitute teacher for our public school system?
Girl, you lying. Okay, the story just keep getting worse. I'm sorry. Like it's just like
so she said no, she said she changed her schedule because she's a part-time teacher in our school system. How? What school?
Do you just stand there and look at the kids in the classroom? Miss one of these.
She's a babysitter. She's not a teacher.
If I was CCPS, which is Chesterfield County Public Schools, I'm going to reevaluate my substitute teacher. Okay.
That's real, though.
I'm gonna plant some sleepy. I'm gonna plant some sleepy patches on her.
Stop.
Girl, stop playing. That's all over the news, bitch. They been giving them kids. I was like, I would be so fucking pissed if my kid was in. Let me tell you something. It wouldn't have been no school. That teacher would have got drugged by her motherfucking hair. And where's your other teacher at? You ain't giving my kids medicine?
Apparently, there's 4 of them now.
Bitch, I would have tore that motherfucking school up. I would have went to jail, like on everything I love. Like I ain't got no conversation for you.
It's funny because me and my co-teacher joke about it all the time, and I'm like, I would never give these kids but if we could, a melatonin.
But see, it's different if you get permission to do something like that. But for parents to have to find that shit out on their own, because eventually kids are going to talk and tell, right? So
the fact that kid took,
ain't no telling how long they've been doing it. The kid's been in school since August, right? August, September, October.
Well, whenever Texas went back to school, because it was in Texas.
Yeah, it was in Houston.
Yeah,
so
back early.
If they've been in school for 3 fucking months, bro, how long have you been doing this? And I'm surprised the black lady that was on the news about her kid. Say it again.
I said since that first nap time. That's how long they've
been. Girl, that's what I'm saying.
When you notice them kids ain't sleep.
The ones that went to sleep, they got a pass, but them little niggas that be over here whispering and trying to get up off their cot.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand how these bitches ain't got beat the fuck up because and they trying to keep their identity like a rap, like they trying to keep it anonymous. But baby, let me tell you something. I'm telling y'all, it would have took me back to Sonora in my 20s. I would have been like, where the fuck this bitch at? Because I'm about to roll up right now. Because she's gonna get drugged out. I don't have a conversation for you. I got these hands for you though. What's up?
I would have went and I would have scoured the teacher, the teachers in the school. And see what teachers get to know all. Just look at all the teachers and scan their faces.
That's when you set a parent-teacher conference because it's just I'm gonna come in this bitch. I'm gonna whoop your motherfucking ass, and I'm gonna drag your ass all through this hallway to the police gear. I'm not playing because bitch, you don't have no right. You don't fuck with people's kids like that. You don't know what kid is allergic to what. You could have killed somebody's kid because you can overdose on melatonin.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You in here playing with kids' lives? Have you lost your fucking mind?
You can give them 1 a week. They'll be all right.
No, listen, it's okay at home if you're a parent, but those ain't her kids. No. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would have went to the parents and I would have been like, hey, so your kid does not sleep and they're waking up my class. So here's an option.
Right, have a conversation.
They can either have a lollipop that makes them go night-night, or they can have a sticker that makes them go night-night.
But then that's the thing. And then so nap time is only like an hour, maybe. So then they get up, they're groggy, they're not doing what you want them to do because they sleepy as fuck. So now you're upset and you're sending notes home because my kid is acting a goddamn fool.
You ain't never see. Oh God, Sonora, you would have to be in the classroom with me to see these 2-year-olds. But I tell you, I'd be having to hold down one of my 2-year-olds to take a nap because he don't never want to take a nap no more. I'd be like this.
Just lay your ass down. I don't care if you count the towels on the roof. Just lay down.
He'll lay down. He'll put his thumb in his mouth. He'll lay down, and then
he just won't sleep.
He will get this sudden burst of energy, and then he'll try to get up, and I'll be like, "It's time to lay down."
That's the sleepy trying to hit him, and he's like, "No."
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. Because you can put him in your arms, and you'll kind of like pat his back, and you can see him closing his eyes, and then he'll be like, and I'll be like,
"Yeah." He gonna miss them. He's like, I can't miss what's going on.
And then when he goes to a different class, all the teachers are like, "Do he sleep?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but you got to hold him down." Okay, you got to hold him down. And his parents know. His parents are okay with the way we are putting him down. They just want him to sleep. They want him to get back on the sleeping schedule he was on. He can hear now. He has tubes in his ears.
Maybe that's why he's not sleeping as well. Because it's probably so loud to him.
He sleeps at home. And it's louder in his house than it is at school. because we just played the lullaby. We just played like piano music, like Disney music, but just the piano version. And then yeah, we make sure we put down the entire class because I could sit there for 30 minutes. Now, once you start to fall asleep, I might start to fall asleep because we've been sitting there for 30
That's me.
That's why I can't be no teacher, because I'm gonna be asleep and the kids gonna be in told the classroom.
Every time.
Especially if I ain't got enough rest the night before, baby. We all in here sleep.
That's and if you know me, I don't sleep. I don't sleep, so I'll be sitting in that class.
I done got on a good ass sleeping pattern, so
we dropped the air. We dropped the air so that the kids will sleep a little longer, and I'll be sitting there like that.
See, that's the problem because it's cold in there. You get all cozy and comfortable. Right. You be like, shit.
I be sitting in my car. I be sitting right in between my two kids that I pat once when I'm going to sleep. All right, London, come on. I know you're gonna be the one I gotta fight. So.
Oh my god! Right. Take your ass to sleep.
That's hilarious. Well, look, like I said, let us know what happens tomorrow. But let's jump into this episode. So tonight's episode is our election special, the 2024 election special. Now, I can only speak for myself and Asia. Have only taken the time to educate ourselves about everything that's going on through HNIC in our 2B Tuesday watches of the debate. Yeah, I mean, and also like living in Maryland, DC, Virginia, like these are very highly charged political states to begin with. So you do hear shit just for existing. But, I have not taken the time to do my due diligence. This is not going to be an extremely educational stream. Let's start with that. But we are going to talk a little bit about what's going on with the election, our views on it, our thoughts, and some of the crazy shit that's going on, and just the importance, I think, of voting in general. And I get there's a lot of different opinions on that. Asia has never voted, and she can talk about her personal experiences. But for me, I genuinely feel like you can't complain if you didn't vote, and I like to complain. So I can minimally say that person I voted for or didn't vote for is fucking up.
Yeah.
And have something to stand on. As far as this election goes, though, the historical importance of the possibility of having a Black woman president, wild. In our lifetimes, we would have had both a Black male and female president.
We lived through some history, haven't we, girl?
You said what?
We have lived through some history, haven't we?
Lived through a lot of shit.
Yes.
We didn't live through Ebola, monkeypox,
anthrax. Do you remember anthrax?
Yeah, niggas were mailing anthrax. Wild. Yes. That was a wild time to be alive.
The Columbine shooting, that was one of the first mass school shootings. And then they changed school forever.
Sandy Hook was what.
Well, Sandy Hook was done by an adult, but Columbine was done by two students. So that's what I'm saying. Actual students maliciously tore their school up. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first time we had ever seen shit like that ever. What the fuck? We used to adults going crazy, but not kids.
As long as we survived COVID, I think we're okay.
That's the motherfucker right there.
Do you remember the bird flu?
No, that was when I was young, because nobody has it anymore. Right? Yeah, that's
so a DC artist made a whole song about it.
That's hilarious.
How do they even remember? Because that was I was 5 and 6 when people were still getting that shit, and I ain't never heard of it since then. Chicken pox is gone now. Kids don't get that shit no more.
They get the shot before
they get the shot. Yeah, we're the last generation of kids where they said, "Fuck it, just let them catch it."
Yeah,
for having chicken pox parties, in the sense of gathering children together who had it,
and whoever had it touch this
Yeah.
person so everybody can get it at the same time so they can just get it out the way.
Sit in the oatmeal bath and whatever else you need to do. Them Aveeno oatmeal.
Don't scratch it; it'll leave scars.
Yeah.
Shit. That shit itch because I had it. Like my brother came home with it, and it was five of us plus my cousin living in the home with us. So it's 6 kids, and my mom put us all in the room together. And I was like, I don't want that shit. Like, what the heck?
That nigga itching. He got bumps all over him.
Yeah, it's like, And she's like, touch everybody so y'all all could be sick at the same time. Now I think about it, girl, you was abusing us. That is abuse.
We lived through a bunch of terrorist attacks. So we lived through
9/11,
9/11,
Katrina.
It's
Yeah.
wild the amount of shit we've lived through. It's honestly like it's depressing to even like list it all.
Yes. Obama being president for 2 terms, not just one. He was voted in office for 2 terms, which was just wild.
Obama's first term was my first time voting.
For real?
I was 19. It was the first presidential election I could vote in once I, turned 18. And
yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was my first time.
Yeah, I went to Howard at the time. I still was registered to vote in Michigan because it's, where I'm from. So I flew from DC to Michigan, voted, and then flew back that same night.
No, that's right. Had to get him in that thing.
Only to find out that Obama won. Like, Howard was so fucking lit that night. Like, everybody was on campus blasting "My President is Black."
Yeah.
Like, that shit was lit.
Oh my God.
We walked to the White House from Howard, which is not that close. Not super far. DC from like beginning to end is 10 miles. But like,
not still not close.
Yeah, still not close. It was still a hike, but it didn't feel like it because it's like, group mentality.
We live.
You got that adrenaline, yeah.
I felt it on the walk back though.
Girl, I left work. They was mad at me too. I left work. I was like, I'm going to go vote. And they was like, what? I was like, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. I'm going to go vote. I'll be back. Okay. Exactly. Shit.
No, my job said, yeah, y'all can vote after work. Okay.
No, my job has a sign-up sheet and you can still be on the clock while you go early vote. So
I'm gonna early
vote. That'll get me out the office for about 40-ish minutes.
I'm going on Monday because I took off because my friend, she's here from out of town. So we can spend this weekend together. So we going together on Monday to go vote.
That's
fun.
Bestie voting parties.
And then as you should. And then we got into the front of the White House and we told Bush to pack up his shit and leave. And we did the fucking electric slide in the front of the White House. This is before they built the fences and guardrails and shit that they had.
They're the reason that they built it.
For Obama.
Yeah. Because it was so shitty how they just didn't help him once he got in office. Like that shit was so shitty.
It's expected.
They wouldn't shake hands with him. They wouldn't, he had to find out all shit on his own. Like normally you're supposed to turn that paperwork and all that stuff over and kind of debrief him and things like that. They didn't want to debrief him. They didn't want nothing to do with Obama.
Trump and Biden.
Yeah.
Like no actual like peaceful exchange of power because Trump still does not, to this day, does not believe that he lost the election.
And he really did because nobody.
You can't tell him no different. He didn't.
That man is insane.
He said Georgia cheated. Georgia cheated him.
Mm-hmm. Which is wild that he feels like Georgia cheated when he was the one that was slowing down the mail system so that mail-in ballots wouldn't get there in time.
Yeah.
Literally taking machines out of post office. So
and you know what? They tried to sabotage us here in Texas too this year. So if you was already registered to vote, like 50% of the state registrations for voting disappeared. I had to go re-register to vote.
Yeah, they were like, you have to re-register or you can get it handled on the day of, but ain't nobody trying to handle that shit.
Nope. So I went to go re-register to vote. 2 times.
That's wild.
2 times? Ooh.
So now I'm just like, I'm so ready. Like, I want this to be, this
Girl,
is going to be history.
make it worth it, okay? All that time.
'Cause on the inauguration day, that's MLK's birthday. I'm off
Are you gonna
work.
coming to DC? Let me know. Say less.
I want to. I ain't gonna lie, but my birthday is the same, like 2 days before. I ain't gonna lie, I want to go so bad.
If she went out, I'll drive a couple hours.
Yeah, not facts. It would be fun. So I went to Obama's first. Well, I volunteered to work Obama's first inauguration. It was cold as a motherfucker, but it's just so like
Unreal.
yeah, it's just one of those, like, I'm a part of history, like, just by standing here.
Yeah,
Like,
because it's people taking photos and videographers and
yeah,
yes.
helicopters, like overview photos, and like even if I didn't see or hear anything, it's just being a part of that it's remarkable for sure.
I'm not gonna lie, when Trump got into office, okay, so I was working at an allergy specialist at the time. And so everybody, mind you, I was the only Black person in office. Everybody in the office was voting for what's her name? Hillary. Because we all women in office, right? So we all talking about it. The patients that are coming in, they talking about it. Like, oh, we're gonna go, yeah. Girl, when I went to sleep, she was ahead, right? When I woke up the next morning to watch the news, because my son would get up every morning and turn on all the TVs and put it all on the news every morning. I don't know, he's still like that. He's like an old man. And so I was brushing my teeth and I heard, congratulations to our new president, blah, 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 Donald Trump. What? I went to sleep because I knew she was going to win.
Right.
Like, I went to go vote. Like, what happened? And so we get to the office the next day. When I tell y'all, it was so fucking quiet in there. It was so quiet. We had it on the TV out in the lobby. Us, the patients, we all were standing around just looking at each other. Just quiet. Even the doctor was like, this is some bullshit. She was like, I should have just closed the office down. Like, because nobody wanted to do anything. It was just like, how the fuck did we get here?
Yeah, it kind of disgusts me every single election Trump has been running, how fucking close it is. It's like, what is happening here? Like, what is real fuck is happening?
Like, we are going to be fucked if anybody of color, it doesn't matter if you are Chinese, like Indian, Black, Latino, Hispanic, whatever, Caribbean, we are fucked. All of us. Women especially, because now the government gets to decipher what we can and cannot do with our bodies, which is just some bullshit, to be honest. Now you're telling doctors like what they can and cannot do after they done went to school for 8, 9, 10 years. Yeah. And their actual job, they take an oath to save people's lives.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what they think or how they feel about what this person is doing with their life, or, you know what I'm saying? They want to get rid of this. Their job is to save the life.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling these people they got to go against their moral and ethics code and oath that they took to become that doctor. Mm-hmm. So they got to sit there and watch somebody die. Yeah. Because of something that they can't even control.
It's crazy. So I saw this one clip from CNN earlier on TikTok. I'm going to play it real quick. It's only like 30 seconds.
Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are not taking the same exam.
Yeah.
And I think it bothers people. They're not taking the same exam. He gets to be lawless. She has to be flawless. That's what's unfair.
That's
what's unfair. That's what's unfair tonight. That's what's unfair tonight. They're not taking the same exam. Look, she has policies. She may not articulate them perfectly every time. She may not put the stories in the right places, but she's fighting for actual ideas that will help real people. And he's talking about people's penises. And so they are not taking the same exam, and that's pissing people off. It's pissing me off.
No lies detected.
Facts. That's so the way he worded that, and in general, that's why I always encourage young people to go to HBCUs, like young Black people, because that's what it is. In life, we are not going to be handed the same fucking playing cards.
Yeah.
And learning from professionals who look like you in the field that you want to go into, they can teach you what you're going to deal with. They're going to tell you about the adversities that they went through. And, but that's life. Like that's like when you go see like a an actor or actress versus a white actor or actress. Like their D level is like the equivalent, or not the equivalent to our D level is the equivalent to their A.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
most minimal effort is awarded for them, and we have to.
And we gotta be smart. We gotta
do it
be
all.
smarter. We gotta be ahead of the game. What a lot of people don't know is that the number one educated people in America are Black women.
Absolutely, and we're not
Like we
thinking
have the most degrees. We go to
I'm
college
sitting on
more.
with two women who have multiple degrees. I only have one, but
That's true.
exactly. And AJ is what, two and working on
Yeah.
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. And like
doing
I'm
possible.
ready to go back to school again. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Like when I've been in corporate America since I was 23. So I've had to like fight. And that's why I don't let people play with me on the job. Don't play with me like that. Don't do that. Because I've literally had to be flawless. So
Yeah.
I gotta watch how I talk, how I step, how I approach people, how I do my work. You know what I'm saying? So I can keep these people on my face. Cause they gonna nitpick regardless because that's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's hard to be in a space and you have to watch everybody else go ahead of you and you know you work 10 times harder. And they just get it just because.
Somebody said that to me. When I got the lead teacher position at my school. I had only been there for like a month and a half, maybe 2 months. And they were like, well, that's not fair. You just got here. Why
So
is it that you, because I spend 40 hours a week with these kids. You do not.
exactly.
Nobody can just come in and take. Now, mind you, the owner of my school is Black. My director is Black. My assistant director is Black. We in there. You might get cussed out tomorrow, but we in there.
My
But
director of my department, she is Black and she do not play. Like she don't let
but
them.
that's the one thing. So, and because my director is Black and she's a new director, and I love her two pieces. She's a really good director, but her trying to fill the shoes of the last director, who was also Black, just they have different ways of doing things.
I
And you could
wish I
tell.
was able to be in an environment where it was Black leaders and more Black people. But unfortunately, it's just not like that.
So
Um,
surprisingly, there's not a. I think maybe there's 3, maybe 4 palm colored people in the school for real, like teacher wise.
we
Like I
just
think
got 2 new Black people on our team. Mind you, I've been at this company since 2021, 2022. One of them.
There's 5. There's 5. There's 5 white people that have is either a teacher, a co-teacher, or the educational coordinator.
Gotcha. I wish it was more, but like now it's just like, and in a way, I be thinking, did they just do that because they had to feel like it has to be diverse, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm thinking because it had to be diverse, but
Why? Because they're trying to get,
um,
or they got rid of affirmative action. So why do
it's
they care about diversity?
right. I can say this though, my supervisor is pretty fair. Um, I can say that most of the state of Texas does speak Spanish, so I understand why the team is the way that it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am glad to see other Black faces on the team now because I was the only Black person for a long time. 2 years.
I remember you. I was gonna say. I remember you saying that. And that wasn't that a reason you like switched out of your last team?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
So now I'm
So
back to my old team, and now we got 2 new Black women. And I'm like, I love it because we have conversations with each other that I can't have with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes when we in meetings and one of them say something or we're talking, it's kind of like everybody else is kind of like quiet and they kind of like let us, but we know what we're talking about, right? But we
right.
can only say so much again because we're in an environment where we can't really speak how we want to speak. But they
Yeah,
can,
code
but
switch.
we can't.
Gotta code switch. So one of the main, not like main things, but one of the things that Trump and a lot of the Republican right side have talked about is Kamala's race, and how she's not black or not completely black. What are your thoughts on that?
I
Um,
don't care if she's not Black. I don't give a fuck. As long as it ain't Donald Trump.
Facts, though. I'm not gonna.
She
Yep.
could have been white. I voted for
Wrong.
Hillary Hill. Like,
No, I get that. I think for me, as someone who has always been told that they're not black enough, I think that literally, okay, so we all watch reality TV here. Love is Blind. Steven came out and said he was like 3% black. And at first I giggled. And then I kept looking at that white man and I said, I can
And
fucking
seeing the
see it.
black,
It was
he's
like
you.
when they say that one drop is all it takes, I could see it in his jawline. I could see it in his nose. I could see it in his curl pattern. But you were a white. You were a white man. And it was just like at the
His
end of the
grandma,
day.
his great grandma, my mom, great grandma, my mom slept with the
The slave.
slave master.
The slave.
the Slaves. She
Yeah.
only slept with him. She only slept with him 3% of the way.
Stop it. Stop it. Early
But your
ejaculation.
bloodline can change down the line. All it takes is a couple of people. Like, and boom,
No,
there ain't no more black.
that mean his mama hit a black person, and that black blood was still in her body before him daddy showed up. Okay.
Die. That's hilarious. But also,
But it does make it better though that she is black. So it makes it even better that she's black and she's a woman or she's whatever, a different race, not white.
she's a
Let's put it
minority,
like that.
but she's black. Like, so
Yeah.
I think it's crazy that Donald Trump constantly tries to throw race out there and then
Didn't she say she wasn't black? Didn't she say she wasn't black?
I'm like,
right.
dude, you beating a dead horse. Nobody gives a fuck. We just don't want you, dude. We
Or the
just don't
people who
want
say
you.
Look,
like
regardless, sir,
like
she's darker than you.
facts. Facts. But like the people who are saying she's pandering by like speaking in a black accent, I find that insanely
Very
funny.
offensive.
She's from like Oakland. Like she's
You see
code
how she wanted to say motherfucker? That I was like, okay,
right. She's
yeah.
code
They would have cut off.
to
They
make
would have cut off my
herself.
mic.
She's code switching to make herself palatable to white people. So when
Right.
moments in which she is being genuine herself, that's not pandering. That's her being her fucking self. Like,
Yes,
and
they should have knew when she did the Chucks and Pearls, the glass ceiling.
AKA like period.
You like, come
That's a
on now.
legacy. what? My mama and my grandmother are AKAs. Like, I'm voting for her off.
I ain't never seen no white AKA. Have you?
Yeah, I have. They exist.
Mhm.
They
Yeah,
exist. Oh, they
they do.
exist.
They don't, but they don't be like loud and proud like us. 'Cause I ain't
I
never
mean,
seen them.
I went to Howard, so I don't know
I
them
see a
personally.
lot.
I just know they exist.
I have not
I
seen
went to
one.
I went to Maryland.
Mhm,
Maryland, they do
mhm.
exist.
I believe that.
They
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
somebody need to show me because, baby, I would think
It's
it
all
was
right
a joke, and I would
whenever
be
you're
like,
ready
"What
to
the AKA's that?" So she can get her ass
you
beat over here, Miss.
you take a trip to DC and you're gonna go visit a college. Okay?
You'll see. You'll see.
You'll see the
You'll
pink
see
and green one come out.
a couple, because
It's
also
not too many.
yeah, because they have
In the
5,000 other sororities and fraternities. Like
yeah.
Thank you,
they be putting together all the Greek alphabet, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is. I
girl.
literally only know the Divine Nine. All this extra shit is extra shit. What the fuck?
And I
What
know
did the
AKAs.
iotas? Where
Like
did
I have some in my family.
iota, alpha, betas come from?
God, because they swear it'd be all the Greek letters. Like, I don't know these. What are you
And
guys?
they fraternities they don't go as hard as us.
No, they're social
Have you ever
groups.
seen the movie? Have you ever seen the movie Stepsisters from Netflix?
Yeah.
Stepsisters? Have I? Yes, I have.
Why do I know that? I know that movie inside and out, steps and all. Like
That's
I'm
hilarious.
like,
Let me find out. You over here stepping.
well, I used to step in high school. Which was,
For
but I
real?
was like,
I was a fucking athlete. I didn't even want to do all that shit.
yeah, I played rugby
I
too.
was a drama
I played
nerd.
rugby.
That's right. You did tell us you play rugby. That's a rough ass sport.
It is.
I'm
It
ready to go
is.
back.
So, ladies, I have a question for you. As far as the election period goes, what are the most important issues for you? What are you looking to hear? And I want to hear from Asia first, because you have not voted, but you've been also thrown into this election period head first. So what are some of the issues that like directly affect your life that you would like to hear solutions on?
I want to be able to have my body back.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to if something happens to me, I want to be able to either have that right to carry or not to carry.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to go travel 12 hours away because it's legal there, but it's not legal here.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
also want to pay less for groceries. I want to pay less for gas. I want to
I want to pay
less
less for
living.
everything.
I want to pay less living. Okay.
I didn't ask to be here, and I don't want to continue to have to pay for it.
Yeah, like living
I'm
expenses is my biggest problem.
I'm like this close to suing my mama. Because who told you to bring me into this world where I didn't have to fight for my fucking life for the past 28 years? I'm fucking diabetic. I got all these fucking health problems. Okay, here's the main one. Please make my insulin not 65 fucking $.
Girl, that's what
But
I
girl,
don't understand. Like y'all know these people
$5
need
is
this medicine. Why is it so expensive?
I'm finna go to Canada.
What did I tell you? My sister, they were trying to charge her like $150.
They tell yeah, and then Brittany said, I'm gonna go ahead and ship you this overnight.
Yeah. After I was pregnant, I was like, I'm gonna just send you what I got in my refrigerator. Like I can help out as much as I can.
It is so ridiculous though. Like the clinic that I go to, I've been going to that clinic since I was 17, right? They have a program that if you have how do you say, I'm trying to get the words right. If you have, what do they call it? Anyways, if you have any type of medical conditions pertaining to high blood pressure and diabetes, so if you're a diabetic and you have high blood pressure, they see you. They it's called the Methodist program. So they pay for all your doctor's visits. The medication, they give you like discounts on the medication, and I'm talking about like deep ass discounts. So I don't use my insurance when I go there. So I'm paying like $10 because I do have an income. So if you don't have an income, you don't pay anything. But if you do have an income, you pay like $10 to see the doctor. Sometimes nothing. You pay $10 to get your teeth cleaned. So it's everything is in the building for you. They have a pharmacy in there. They have the OB office in there. They have the dentist office upstairs. They have financial counselors to help you with like filling out paperwork. Like if you need any type of resources in your like city area, like food stamps, housing, help with like lights, groceries, things like that. So that's the one thing I can say about this city. They do take care of the community. In the rural area as
Let me
far as
live
that.
there. I need to come live there.
No one lives here.
No,
It's
Like
okay.
the healthcare system is good, but like everything else.
It's okay. I can
no,
put
girl,
on my
you
little white
up there
girl
and be a
voice.
fucking hard R real quick.
It's okay.
Girl.
And so can my fist. Okay.
Girl, and then listen, no, you do not want to go to jail in Texas. Don't.
Lock
They
me
got
up for the
big
rest of
ass
my life.
signs. As soon as I don't care what side of Texas you come in on, it's big ass signs that say do not mess with Texas. They not playing. Like people from out of state come here and go to jail all the fucking time.
I've been to Texas, and I almost got into a fight in Texas. But it was the girl's best friend that saved that girl's life.
East and West Texas is really racist.
I think I was in Houston.
So Nora, I'm gonna ask you the same question though, mamas. What are the issues that you're interested in the most?
Mine is mainly like living expenses right now. And of course my body. Like thank God I have an OB that actually asked me about my body. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was my choice to get my tubes tied. I was 27 and he allowed that to happen because I was like, I don't want any more kids. I don't want to be pregnant. If I do have another kid, it'll be through a surrogate. I'm not putting my body through that shit again. That's mainly what it is. Like I need my own choices when it comes to my body because I belong to Jesus, my parents, and myself. And if my parents don't tell me what the fuck to do with my body, how the fuck are you gonna tell me what to do with it?
Old white man.
Yeah. You don't even know what it feels like to even have a cycle. So why are you even telling me what to do with it?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what it feels like to wake up and your fucking breasts hurt like you want to rip them off your fucking body because you're getting ready to start your, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Or
that.
that you're having these hormonal fucking changes and you're being a raging bitch and you recognize you're being a raging bitch because
And you're like, damn, where's this coming
So all
from?
you can do,
Don't know
so all
why
you can do is apologize. All you can do at that point is apologize.
Yeah, and keep it moving.
Stop yourself. It's literally like an outer body experience. You're like, damn, you're really doing too much. But fuck this, fuck that. Okay.
That's why I don't go around nobody when it's time. I'll be like, I'm just gonna be in the house by myself. Like that's it. I'm going. That's it. And it just be me and my kid. But that's my main thing. Like, and I don't want. I'm scared for the young black men. I have a young black boy.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm scared. He went to his first Halloween party this weekend and I could not sleep. I couldn't sleep. I was up. I was calling his dad. I was calling him. I'm like, why he's still out so late? Like it was just I was losing my mind.
Not Sonora was having the mama. He was watching the location to make sure that man was
Girl,
staying at the same location.
I was watching his location so hard because he's 15 and whether I want, like he's innocent, right? But the conversations that I have to have with him is fucking crazy because at the end of the day, him being in the state of Texas and him being a young black boy, they're not gonna treat him like he's a boy. They're gonna beat him down like he a grown ass man.
Absolutely.
And that is scary to send your black child out in the world and not know if they're gonna come back to you. And that's the conversation that we don't have out loud. And it gives me anxiety. Like he could just be walking to the store minding his own business and some shit could happen. God forbid anything happens to my baby. But this is shit that's real,
It happens
you
every
know?
yeah.
And he's always like, Mom, you just be so worried. He's like, I'm gonna be okay. Like, yeah, I would like to think so, but the reality of the situation is you have dreads. And this is why me and your dad didn't want you to grow your hair for so long, because, you know, we scared, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it comes down to. And I shouldn't have to sit and have a conversation about how to save his life at 15 years old. These are conversations that I've been having with him since he was like 7 or 8 years old, and I have to reiterate this shit every time he walk out the door. And if this man get in office, it's gonna be even worse, bro. Like I cannot imagine my son walking outside and somebody being able to pull a gun on him as a fucking child. He's a child.
Yep. Yeah. I completely agree with everything you ladies said. I will reiterate my body, my choice, because I, as a woman who has, well, 3 children and a bonus baby, so 4 kids, I have also had an abortion. And I feel like we
People,
all know someone who has had an abortion. And I don't regret that at all. And I think it's absolutely insane when people tell me how I should have felt about that. Like, I do not. Like, I argued with my baby daddy because I was
Baby mama.
pregnant by
Baby mama. Baby
yeah.
mama.
I was pregnant by Julian's father within a year of giving birth to Julian. So
yep. That's
yeah.
the same reason why I was like, baby, let me hurry up and get over here.
And we're in the parking lot arguing. Like, I don't regret that at all.
I don't
At
either.
all. So it's
That
like,
would have derailed my life.
how I should feel about it, that I'm a terrible person for it, then I'll be that.
No,
I'll be
no,
that.
I'm not.
So I was not popping out
You
another
made
kid
the best
with
choice
you.
for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Period.
I was sleeping on his parents' couch with a newborn, and I'm pregnant again. Like, no, like that's not the life I want. It's not the life I
At
want.
all.
So, so yes, I will reiterate that, but I will also say once again, as a woman who has all these nothing kids, childcare is really fucking important, and I find it crazy that it's not mandatory that preschool is still a part of the public school system. Like, you have to pay
I
or be
just,
poor to get
I
like.
just I just found out yesterday that one of my kids' mama, for her and her sister, pays $610 every fucking Friday.
Yeah,
The week,
$610 cheap. No, that's cheap. When I was just at College Park Day a couple weeks ago, and I went to go
I
look
seen
at
the flyer. I seen the
twelve
flyer.
hundred dollars a week. $1,200 a week per child.
Oh
there
no
is
no oh no
no
no! It's only
fucking
so it's
way.
only six so it's only $610 because Aaron goes to school.
Oh,
Because one
okay.
of the kids goes to school, so she only really comes for
One.
aftercare.
Yeah. Okay.
She
So
comes
one
in the
child
morning,
full time, one child part
she
time.
comes in the morning, catches the bus, goes to school, comes for aftercare. So she comes for before and aftercare. So she gets fed breakfast and snack.
That's $1,200 a month. I mean, not $2,400 a month. Like, that's more than a lot of people's mortgages and rents.
Yeah. You gotta work 3 fucking jobs just to pay that
Yeah.
shit. So you
And
ain't
that's
gonna never
why
see the fucking
That's
why
more.
I'm
kid.
a stay-at-home
Yeah.
mom, because if I go out to work, it's going to just be to front the bill for you to watch my kid. Like, it defeats the purpose of working. I might as well be home.
Yeah.
I started laughing because I didn't start laughing. I was looking at my educational coordinator today and I said, "What's that card? Like, what's the gold card?" And I was like, your food stamp card looks a little different." She says, "Baby, that's not my food stamp card." She pulls out her food stamp card. She goes, "This is my subsidies card for the kids to go to school. So whatever they don't take out of her check, the
They
government
for
pays for."
that's the difference, but they
Ah,
don't cover it. That's the thing. It's like, y'all. First of all, if we're looking at the agenda from the Republican point of view, they want us to not have abortions. They want us to keep every pregnancy and give birth. Who the fuck is taking care of these kids?
They said
Apparently,
your grandma and your mama, the old people.
apparently we can have an abortion at month 9.
Oh, no, after birth. That's what Trump was saying. Like after
Oh,
we give birth, we can take care of it.
Yeah.
You
Send them to your grandma and
He
your
said
mama. That's what he said for
Remember,
childcare.
no. Remember, he also said, "Well, you
And
can go. You can unallow at month 9.
that's
Sir,
wild.
that is a
Nobody's doing that.
murder."
Yeah, nobody's
He
doing that.
is diabolical as a person. Who let this stupid ass motherfucker get in the office? Like, oh,
It only took 55 minutes to get Nora angry at the white man.
like he annoys the fucking shit out of me. I can't even watch the debates because I be like, turn that shit off. I
No
can't.
facts. I mean, he didn't answer any questions.
He didn't, just going in fucking circles, talking shit about nothing that does not even fucking matter. Dogs and cats, bitch, I don't give a fuck about no motherfucking animals. How the fuck am I gonna put groceries in my fucking house?
We're eating the dog. They're eating the dogs.
They're eating the dogs. Bitch, I don't care. I don't care. Like,
The Bob, okay?
Fedora! We're trying to sing this song. I'm just joking.
my bad.
Oh, Lord.
So my thing is, Sonora is very passionate about it, and one because she lives in a state where she has to be.
Yeah.
You live
And
in
in a neighborhood. I'm literally in a neighborhood where it's nothing but Trump supporters. Like when I'm out running and walking and exercising, there's no black people out here. I'm the darkest thing walking through this neighborhood.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Don't invite me. I'm gonna be darker than you.
I told you, girl. Leave your ass where the fuck you are.
My son be like, I'm gonna walk through the store, and I'm going with you, because hell no.
Right. Nah, facts. So I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna pinpoint that. But I did want to talk about what the American people are considering to be the most important topics of this election. And we can talk about what our thoughts are. The number one thing is the economy. And I think we can all agree the economy is trash. However, let's also say that the economy is always a result of the last person in office. Like the things that you do affect later on down the line. So of course, when you're in office fucking with shit, everything's still good because everything's still good. But once everything like trickles in and those changes you made really start to hit the grocery stores, the gas lines, like, yeah, you're setting up the next person
up a lot of shit.
But people think because he was handing out stimulus checks that he didn't want to fucking originally do. And we had the smallest stimulus checks of all the other countries. We were sending money to other countries so that they could pay their people more than they were giving us. Like,
and that was Obama's idea to give us the stimulus checks. Congress they fought him on it each time. So he never got to really send out stimulus checks. It was one time when he first got in office. I remember that. One time. And then after that, we didn't get stimulus checks no more. Trump comes in. He holds the stimulus checks from the economy because he wanted his name on there.
Wanted his name on it.
And I was like, what sense do that make? Oh, Obama didn't do that. Then he tried to get rid of Obamacare, which now they call it Marketplace insurance.
Hey now.
No, I'm not talking bad about it. He was trying to get rid of it.
It's the fact that they're trying to get rid of it. Obamacare. What we needed.
I paid $15 a month for insurance, for health
insurance.
Girl,
because I'm about to drop the insurance from my fucking job and go through Marketplace. Okay.
And my next one, every month, next November, I think, because whenever enrollment closes or whatever, January 1st is when it goes up to 21. You know what? I can pay an extra $6 for low health insurance. Okay.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And but the issue is that you took issue on free and cheap healthcare because you're a heartless son of a bitch, and then you change it and alter it so that you can make it seem like it was your idea. Like, it gives Columbus, it gives I founded this my name's on it, so it's mine. It's ridiculous. But I think we can all agree that the economy is trash.
I'm
And
rooting for a market. I'm rooting for a housing market crash. Woo.
I'm rooting for. I know that Kamala had talked about like giving out grants to
The small businesses.
Yeah.
first time
The
home.
small business and first time home buyers. I think it was like the $25,000 towards the down payments and stuff like that. If you're a first time home buyer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on
As
it.
soon as they do
Going in
that,
on
I'm gonna
it.
buy me one. I'm gonna give me one. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Period. Let me get one of them little houses or whatever.
So you know,
Okay,
next
I
thing
can
you
be
know,
like
we
a
all gonna be
three-bedroom.
next thing you know, we all gonna be holding up a key that says sold.
Right? the big key that I want
Eh.
The big key
two
in the
arms.
picture with your
Yep.
realtor, where you hold up
Yeah.
the big key and then you can go dangle your little keys in front of your cha-ching.
I already got a realtor on speed dial. Tamika.
Facts. All right. So the second most important thing, according to the United States of American citizens, is democracy in the U.S.
What the fuck does that mean?
Do it.
So we don't want to. I don't know what that means. Is it? And I don't know. We live in a dictatorship. I thought.
So I feel like
It kind of feels like it. It kind of feels like a dictatorship.
it gives that. I think it also has something to do, with like the January 6th, the insurrection, the trying to overturn the government, all of that. So
I was like, what the hell was January 6th? Oh, it was the riot.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, the next one is terrorism and national security is number 40 or is 45% of people think that that's extremely important.
It
It is. But we haven't had like
Any
we
real
haven't had any
because
since like
everybody is
9/11.
struggling right now.
They've been domestic terrorists. That's what
Exactly. So like we're more so dealing with our own people versus them people don't even want to come over here because how bad America is right now. They not fucking with us. They don't even want to come over here on vacation. Like
they're like, you know what?
I wouldn't want to come over here on
Jobs
vacation
for later.
either.
Let them handle their own shit. Let them take themselves off first. Okay.
We can't even go attack their ass because they ain't gonna pay us because they ain't got no fucking money to pay us. We in fucking debt.
Right? Oh my God. Okay, the next one is the types of Supreme Court justices candidates would pick. Now that is fucking important.
It is.
I actually am disgusted by the fact that we say we have a democracy, but we have a whole section of the government that American people have no fucking choice over who gets put there. And it's a job for life.
Yes, like you literally have to die to get out of that position.
Or, choose to step
Or
down.
a scandal or something like that, and then they make you step down. But then even then, I feel like we need a little bit more younger people in those positions because they have fresher eyes. They're out in society, so they know what's going on. Those people literally be at home. They don't be giving a fuck.
Put me in, coach.
It's so unreal. It's so unreal. Like I feel like Congress, they should do like the president's 1 or 2 terms to get the fuck out the seat.
No, I agree.
Get out of the seat.
Because the Supreme Court, they're the ones that overturned Roe v. Wade. They're the ones that overturned affirmative action. And we'll talk about this in a little bit. They are also probably going to be the ones that put Project 2025 into place if Trump wins, which I feel like a lot of people. I learned a lot about Project 2025 today, and I'll play the video that I found, but we'll get there.
It's so bad, bro.
It controls our entire lives. The Project 2025 is essentially a new constitution.
Yeah,
like it changes everything. But
we will no longer have like the ability to vote people in and out of office like that. Yeah. So it's very, very fucking important that people go out and fucking vote. We cannot have Project 2025. We can't.
They're also trying to overturn interracial marriage within Project 2025. Like, it's wild how much.
Don't get me wrong. I would never be with a white man, but you can't tell somebody who to be with,
Not
right? Like,
Facts.
I would never take that choice away from
But
somebody because
interracial,
how?
have to be white. Interracial is interracial. Like,
Exactly. Like so you mean to tell me I can't go be with a Chinese man?
right, or a Spanish man.
Like, what?
Yeah. The next one is immigration. And I know that probably hits a little closer for you than it does for me. Like, the only reason why we have an immigration issue is because of Texas shipping everybody everywhere else.
Yeah.
But it is a major issue. I will say, though, the Statue of Liberty literally says, send us like your distrodden, whatever it says, like send
Yeah.
us your motherfucking immigrants and we'll take them in. Like, America stands on immigration. The issue is that these immigrants are black and brown and y'all don't fuck with that. But when we had an influx of people from fucking the Ukraine and everywhere else, that I didn't hear anyone say that. My neighborhood has Ukrainian immigrants and refugees. Nobody said anything then. The issue is when they're Haitian and they're eating dogs.
Yeah.
Like, what?
They're eating the animals.
Yeah. What are
I
your
think for Texas, only because I live here, so that's why I'm speaking on it. But I think for Texas used to be Mexico. So I feel like you can't.
It's hard to draw that.
I see both sides of it. I think if they come over here, most of them come here because it's a better opportunity for them here, depending on what part of Mexico they're in, because everybody gets Mexico mixed up like it's just like a little city. Mexico is a whole country. Like, people, I don't know why people don't get that. Mexico is literally a big ass fucking country. So just like the United States. So I think they come here because they want a better life. They will work. They do things that we don't want to do.
Taking all the black jobs.
Whatever he meant by that. And,
and then double down and said it again at the fucking
I was like, this motherfucker. Okay, he's really fucking his brain cells are fried. But like,
he's old.
I don't think that before he got old, his brain cells was fucking fried.
On reality TV.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, why are we having a conversation about somebody whose reality TV show I watch? That's like Natalie Nunn running for fucking president.
And
like,
we would be fucked if she was in office too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I think they should just let them be. I think it should not be a fight. I think if they coming over here to work, okay, cool. The criminals, send their ass back, just like y'all do everybody else that come over here from other countries. But now because it's Mexico, and I don't get me wrong, I know that's where them drugs be coming from. I know that. But not everybody is coming over here to sell drugs.
No,
it's people coming over here. It's women that will literally be in labor and cross the border, just like literally on the line, just step over the border and give birth right there. So their child can be an American citizen. So they don't have to go through what, they go through over there in Mexico. Because right now, like, the cartel is really bad over there. And I get it. They want to keep all that shit from over here. But man, let them people be great, man. Like, they just trying to make a better life for their family, just like we are. You know what I'm saying?
There's criminals everywhere. Like, not
it is. It's not just they not just coming from Mexico, and that shit burned my ass when he was like, yeah, they coming over here taking the jobs and raping our women and stealing and that. Like, what are you talking about? Do you have any factual systematic proof?
White have done historically over and over and over and over and over again. That's all y'all do is go into towns, fucking
kill, steal, and cheat.
Steal, rape. Yeah. Fucking wild. All right, let me get back to this list. All right, the next one would be education, which is actually not considered extremely important.
It should be
just important.
I'm just confused as to how Trump is going to get rid of the Board of Education.
Girl, that's why that Project 2025 cannot go. It just can't, bro. And then they say, go to school, get a degree, man. Better your
Oh my
life.
God, Brittany,
So
what
I
is
can
it? Brittany,
fucking have to pay back student loans for the rest of my motherfucking life.
Period.
Brittany,
What'd
what
you
do
say?
they say? What do they say in PG County? What is it? No kids are left
No
behind.
child left behind. Yeah, that's how Izzy got to it. Let me stop.
Don't piss me
That's how we
off.
got the participation trophies. You right.
Exactly. No child left behind.
Like, don't
Uh,
be passing a little
but
Jimmy
I
up
think
just because.
that was a Bush thing. So
It
that's
was. It was.
yeah. And then, like I said, that also includes childcare. I feel it's right up in there with education. Like, I think for
And that's
me,
the main important thing.
one of the things that really like blew me this year is that so anyone who knows my child knows that he's really fucking smart. Ryan is smart as hell. He can do basic math. He can write his name. He just turned 5. Like he can write his name. He can do basic math. He knows his alphabet. He can count up to like 50. And he didn't pass the kindergarten early acceptance test because his birthday's 3 weeks later than the cutoff.
Okay, so then
What the fuck are you testing him for? Because I promise you, I know kindergartner is much dumber than my child.
see
And now he's home with me because I can't afford childcare, and he could not pass this test that he otherwise would have like. So now I feel like I had like a lot of mom guilt surrounding that because I feel like now my child's gonna be big
a
as
year
hell.
behind.
Garden, yeah, a whole year
That's how they
behind.
do. So what you can do though is go enroll him in regular school because he's
No,
already 5.
that's real.
Yeah.
Just say he's 5 and that his birthday was
Yeah,
beforehand.
that's all you have to say. You don't have to. I mean, well, that's how it works here. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, then he's going to be a year behind,
Mm-hmm.
and which is fine, you know. But like you said, you have that mom guilt, and it's like
Yeah.
you don't want your kids to be behind.
It's not only being behind. When you're behind, you're not challenged. When you're not challenged, you have behavioral issues. Like
Yeah.
it's a slippery slope. And with black boys and black men, I don't want to go down that road. Like
Yep.
my baby deserves to be challenged and to be in school.
Yeah. I would
And I'm
say
not
go
gonna hold
enroll
you
him in regular school.
for a reason. I'm not a teacher for a reason. Okay, like yes, I can say I'll sit here and I'll homeschool him, but really, I just want him out of my fucking face because I'm tired. I'm
Around
overstimulated.
some other
I have a baby.
kids. Yeah.
I would love to say I'm sitting here doing work with him every day, but I'm not. I'm not, which is why he
Girl.
needs to be in school.
Me and my son's dad did that with my son. Now that I look back on it, I'm like, oh Lord, what was I thinking? I had him sitting down writing, reading, making me like he just didn't go to school for 8 hours. Like like he
Look,
wasn't sitting in the classroom with me while I was in school. Like, girl,
right.
I don't know. Now I'll be like, damn, I should have really just been taking naps and shit. But like, but yeah, you can go. He's already 5. You can go enroll him in regular school. He's gonna be in kindergarten.
Well, then that's what I'm gonna do on Monday. I'm glad
Yeah.
we. All right, the next one is healthcare.
That
So it's
that's
healthcare.
just up there.
And
Yeah.
healthcare is actually separate from abortion, but healthcare does include, you know, the Obamacare that we talked about, the cheap insurance, your prescriptions, et cetera, et cetera.
Medicine is high as fuck.
Make
No,
my insulin cheap again. Shit.
period.
Oh,
Uh, the next one is gun policy. But I do know for a fact that both candidates are pro firearms. So,
I feel like it's certain situations where we could be pro firearms.
mhm.
I feel like it should be restrictions on who and where. That's all I'm gonna say.
I genuinely believe that yes, background checks should be a fucking necessity.
And if you
I was
have
about
a
to say,
MA,
but it is. So it is in some states. Like you cannot,
Something
and but
about period. There should be
yeah,
I was about to
no.
say, yeah, in Virginia, they, I know one place that you have to literally go through like a psychological test.
And
here
that's
you have to
every
do
place.
that.
You have to pass the background check.
You got to
Yeah.
pass a background check, but some people don't do. Like some people just don't do it when you buy handguns. That's how one of the churches got shot up here in Sutherland, Texas. The guy just walked in, bought the guns. They didn't do the background check, or like, because on your background check here, they even go into your like mental health background. Because if you have any MH on there, mental health, mental health diagnosis, you're not allowed to get it. But a lot of people just cut corners and they just want to make the sale.
You buy under the
Yeah.
table. The people buy under the
Girl,
table.
no, these people walking into the gun shops buying, and these people are not running their backgrounds.
No, yeah, but yeah, that's what I mean. But
Under
it's
the
still
table,
like
as in
under. It's
without.
still under the table because they're
Yeah,
not
Yeah.
doing the necessary
I'm
things
like,
to
but there's cameras everywhere. Y'all don't think that shit gonna come
But
back to y'all? Like,
don't. I was about to say, don't add me, because once they run that serial number on that gun, and they found out that it's registered to your store, they can go and find out if you did a background check.
absolutely. Yeah, they can do. All
And if
that.
you didn't run that background check until after they went and like shot up a school or something,
baby, you done.
they will know.
Of school shootings that have happened in this school year alone is
Yeah.
heart wrenching, and it's like something has to fucking be done. Something has to be done. Like I don't have the answers. I don't have all the answers, Sway. Okay,
But
like,
something
has to be done because we're the only country experiencing this.
yeah, because nobody else is.
Like no other fucking country. So like chat with who you got.
Because America is driving motherfuckers insane. Literally. In every sense of those words, America is literally running us insane. This whole thing about paying off your debts and your credit score going down. So y'all just want to keep us in debt. As long as I got the debt and I'm paying on it, my credit score is high. But as soon as I pay it off, then my credit get hit 60 points, 70 points. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Y'all are really driving people insane. It's literally insane.
I froze my credit for that exact reason. So if there's anything like I started paying off things. So like even my mom has my original like birth certificate and original security original social security card. So if she tries to go and do anything, she can't.
Yeah, I keep mom's alive.
All three of them are frozen.
Yeah.
And I'm paying off now. I'm starting to pay off whatever was done. Like my credit is like fair. It's like 660, like 658.
I'm trying to get to 750 right now, girl. So I could be like,
okay. So I can, but see, at one point in time, that's where my credit was.
And it makes you not want to get nothing, right? Because every time you get something they need, I'll be like, oh my God, no.
No. Then I started seeing hard inquiries that I didn't do. And, hard inquiries sit on your.
They stay, yeah.
They stay, and most of them just started falling off, which is why my credit's
you
going
can
up.
Dispute them. You have to go in and dispute each one. I think Expedia for the TransUnion and the other one, it'll let you dispute 5 at a time. And then
I did. Well, I have like a credit builder.
Yeah.
Woo.
I got Credit Wise.
It helps it. So I have. It's called Kickoff, and you can dispute any charges, like anything on your credit. They'll do it for free. You can send like 3 or 4 a month.
Okay.
And you know what? I can deal with 3 or 4 a month.
No, facts.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to move to the next one because there's other things I want to talk about too. And the bad porn night is right after this. So let me hurry along. All right. So then there's abortion, which we've talked all about that.
Yeah.
Taxes, which is always
finances,
right? Crime is a huge fucking issue. Like them Honda boys and the cars being stolen.
What'd you call?
That's why I got rid of my Kia right there.
Not
Kia
Honda,
boys.
Right?
Kia boys.
No, but no. They are stealing the Hyundais and Kias because they have the same parts.
Yeah.
So, like literally, like that's why I got rid of my car. No, that motherfucker got stole 6 times in less than a year, 9 months, 6 times. Back window continuously getting busted out.
That's crazy. Next one is distribution of income and wealth in the U.S. And that just speaks to what you were saying, which is a consistent secular issue
Yeah.
in which they keep the poor and the rich. That's
Yeah.
the distribution of taxes, the distribution of income.
There's no middle class anymore.
Trying
Like,
to be poor. Yeah, I grew up middle class, and I feel that does not
I mean,
exist.
I grew up poor, but I, you know, once I got into my own shit as an adult, I have been in the middle class. And now it's just
Poorness,
like, I don't even, where do I fit? I make too much
right?
money to go here or be here. I've even gotten turned away from places, like nice ass places to live, because they're like, oh no, you make too much money. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, this
Right.
is a government tax property, so you can only make so much. It's a cap on it. But
Yeah,
then if
so
I go to
yeah,
this
it's
place over here, I don't
income.
make enough.
Or
Like, that's
Yeah,
crazy. So,
income based
double.
apartments are ass. Like
and I'm
unless
like, how
you
the
are
fuck am I supposed to know it's
you,
income based, bitch? Like, y'all, like, why the fuck they get to live nice and my motherfucking ass is making a grip of money in a year, and I gotta go stay over here in the hood with Nene and
where,
Kwashika?
where they're raising your rent. Like
Yeah,
they just passed a law in Montgomery County, I believe it was. Oh, no, in Prince George's County, but it passed in Montgomery County, two different counties in Maryland, where they cannot raise your rent more than 6% a year because there were places doubling rent
I
every
saw
yeah.
that on news.
doubling.
There's like a bunch of landlords. There's a bunch of landlords that were like when COVID hit was trying to bump up people rent and shit like that. And I was like, and you want me to move out of my apartment
Yeah,
where I'm about to be paying the same amount? That's crazy.
Baby,
wild.
when
All
I
right,
tell you this shit, wow.
it's super wild. So the federal budget deficit, like we're
Debt. We are definitely in trillions of dollars of debt, because so they can't even help
we're
us if they
we're money on a penny. We're
yeah.
printing dollars on less than a penny. Like
But how are we in debt and we print our own fucking money? I
it's
don't
not.
understand
We're
that.
giving it to it's because we're giving it to everyone else.
Mhm.
We're
And
not
now we
using
gotta
it.
borrow because we're giving it away instead of giving it to the fucking people here in America. Like, come on,
But
bro.
then the people that are borrowing from us don't want to pay it back. Don't want to
Yeah, and also their
repay.
money's worth more than ours at this point in a lot
It
of.
it is, in all honesty.
So it's crazy. All right, the last few, right? Foreign affairs. The situation between the Middle East, the Israelis and the Palestinians, which is a
We
very
really should stay out of that shit because it ain't none of our fucking business. We don't have the money to go fucking help them because America needs help. So stop fucking helping everybody else and help your own fucking people.
that part.
I was about to make a really bad fucking joke,
I
Brittany.
know what you were about to say. That's all I
Don't do
know.
it. Don't do
I
it.
know exactly what she's about to say. Energy policy, so that stuff. Relations with Russia, race relations in general,
Ooh,
relations with China, trading with other nations, and the last two are climate change, which I do want to speak briefly on that. Um, these Trump supporters think that
The Earth is
Biden
flat.
and Kamala Harris are controlling the hurricanes. No, they think
girl.
that they are
They are
manufacturing
also
hurricanes.
I
they
know.
also are flat earthers.
Yeah, and
Okay.
they don't believe in global
Here's
warming.
my thing with the whole flat earth. You know, people go on cruises and shit, right? Why the fuck they ain't
On a
fell off the face of the earth?
brown dome. Wasn't there just a 9-month fucking
Yeah,
cruise?
around the world.
Cruise, yes. So why they ain't fell off the earth?
I think it's
People be
wild.
so fucking dumb. People are so fucking dumb. They
It's wild
literally
that
don't
they take
use
a map.
logic when there's yeah. Mm-mm.
They take a map and they say this is exactly what it looks like, as if globes don't exist. Like, I don't
So what you
understand.
think the moon flat too? And
Right?
we can actually see that motherfucker is round. Like, yes.
And the last one is transgender rights. And actually, the transgender rights one is the highest percentage in people who don't think that's important. It
I
Okay,
is
don't.
so my question is,
6%.
what do they mean by transgender rights? Because there's some things I agree with, and there's some things I
I
don't.
was just gonna say that. I was just about to say
Because
is
I'm all for you being a
whoever you want to
them,
be.
they, he, she, her, it, whatever.
Whoever you
I'm
want to be, I'm okay with that. But some of that shit, they going a little
don't
too
be trying
goddamn far.
don't be trying to enter my naturally cis a woman sports. Okay?
I hate to be called a cis woman. I will slap the dog shit out of somebody for calling me that. I'm
And
a
that's the bad thing.
fucking woman. Ain't
And
no
that's
cis,
and that's
ain't no
exactly
this, ain't no that. I'm a fucking
and that's
full-fledged
ex-
woman.
and that's what they keep, and that's another thing. Stop calling us that. If I'm sorry that you were not born a biological woman, but stop calling me a cis woman.
My titties are natural. They were fucking grown. Okay. I grew these hoes. I came out of my mama's snatch and I got a snatch. Okay. I had a fucking
Like,
child. I bleed every goddamn month, not even wanting to. Okay.
Oh my
I'm
god!
a
Have you?
real
Okay,
fucking woman.
wait. Did y'all hear? Okay, did you hear that there is a trans person trying to have a baby with a implanted uterus?
I wish
See?
them the best of luck in their endeavors. I don't have any strong feelings on what happens in someone's bedroom or what happens to their body. Much like I want control of my own, you have control of your
Right.
own. Do
You can
not.
be whoever you want to be.
I do not
Just
care. I support
don't
you,
run us over in the process. That's my issue. Like, okay, you want to be a trans woman? That's cool. I'm cool with that. But
but I
don't
also need you to.
down talk a real woman
I would say
in
I
the
also
process.
advocate for all women. Then you can't
Yeah,
separate yourself from the fight that we're going on. If that's what you want to do, kind of like Rachel Dolezal when she pretended to be black, she lived that motherfucking life. She she took on whatever she needed
he
to. She was
did.
part of the NCAA, like the
And
NAA.
she fought that fight. She was out there walking and doing. She was catching hate and
That's
everything,
why
but
I
she
wasn't
did it.
mad. When I found out she was white, I was like, but I mean, at least she
She did
walked
everything. She went through the whole motion, everything that we did. She adopted 2 black
you had
kids.
you had a real life experience. And honestly, what more can we ask for
True.
than for
I
you
just
to
wish she would have been upfront about like being like, girl, you white. Just say you white, but you stand on the side of black. That's it.
because that's different. Being an ally is different than living the life. Like, and that's why I'm
True.
like, I low key kind of respect her.
He was a
Like,
true
I
fucker
don't
ally.
respect
I
a
mean,
lot.
she
That we're willing to go through whatever
Yeah,
and,
she was a true fucking ally. She really
mhm,
was.
the truest. Now she has an OnlyFans, so
I
uh
mean, because nobody want to give her a job. She brings too much heat now.
facts. Okay, so I'm going to ask you. I'm gonna toss it right back to you. We were talking a bit about your experiences in a red state, a state that typically goes towards Trump. Um, or not towards Trump, but I mean, shit, he's been fucking running for the last 3 elections.
Right.
Of my whole fucking adult life.
Bro, this
But
state is a conservative state, baby.
what's that, like 12 years? For the last 8 years, he's been a part of.
Terrorizing America.
Mhm. But anyways, how do you feel when you cast your vote as someone who's going for Kamala, knowing that your state, it's not going to change your state?
Um, that's a thing. Like, I know I'm making history as far as the bigger picture.
Hmm.
The state that I live in, it's not going to make a difference. Because Texas has their own fucking rules. They play by their own fucking rules. Period. We part of the United States, but Texas literally has their own set of fucking rules.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit that's just never going to change. I wouldn't live in another state. I live all over the state of Texas, but I will not live outside of Texas. One, because I know all the laws and things, what I can and cannot do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I've lived here my whole life. It is a conservative state. Um, It's a lot. It's scary. That's what I can say. It is very scary as a Black individual, because our voices are literally like just unheard. And we can have the white people stand with us. We can have all the support we want to, but at the end of the day, Texas is forever going to remain a conservative red state. Nothing's open on Sundays. Like when I say conservative, I really mean like Southern conservative.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get married, you belong to your spouse. That's it. Period. Like church on Sundays is a big ass thing down here. In the South, period. You know, it's scary. It's scary to be in a red state because being a Black person is like fuck. Like, yeah, we don't win either way. So it doesn't matter.
I feel that. So being from Michigan is a swing state. Maryland typically goes blue, as does DC, and Virginia is a swing state as well. I feel like it's in those states that you feel like you, as the voter, have the most power. But it is important in general, presidential election aside, to vote in all of the elections.
Yes.
All the elections. I'm going to segue away from like the heavier things to touch on that. I found the most unusual laws in each of our individual states, and like these are laws that probably came up on a ballot that either no one paid attention to or it had a low voter turnout. Because other than what the Supreme Court passes, we have control at least over the people who voted for some of this crazy shit. So in Virginia, I'm gonna start with Virginia, Asia. Did you know that it is illegal to swear and use foul language against other people?
Yes. Yes.
What?
That
So I only know because I go out in the nightlife.
Yeah.
And I currently live in Arrestafield.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Well,
can't do or say a lot of things to a lot of people.
Did you know that you're required to honk your horn when you're passing another car?
Yeah.
And
that would drive me crazy. Like, why are they blowing at me?
But that's the thing. It's required, but don't nobody fucking do that.
Yeah, don't do that. I feel that. In Virginia, skunks are not allowed to be pets, even domesticated ones.
Like, really?
That had
somebody had it. Somebody thought it was okay.
Yeah.
And they outlawed that shit.
In Richmond, coins are illegal. It's illegal to toss a coin to decide who's going to pay for coffee. Specifically.
Why?
Specifically.
That's weird.
There's been fights over. Don't at me because you said if it's my turn to pay. No, my nigga, we gonna flip this coin because that's where I paid the last time.
Like, oh, y'all are going to jail for flipping coins. Like, what?
Yeah, you'll get a citation. Yeah, you'll get a citation for coffee.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's law. Oh my god.
Okay.
You'll be surprised some of the laws we have here.
I will get to you too. Children over the age of 18 can be held liable for their parents' living expenses.
What?
So if your mama ain't paying her rent and you over 18 and you living in that bitch, they can come after you. Happy hours. It is illegal to hold happy hours after 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Now, come on now.
It's not a happy hour at that point.
It is a very happy hour. What?
Because we drunk. Yeah, so if we happy.
What you said, it's a very happy hour. Okay.
Exactly.
You've seen the way these people in Virginia drive.
That's true. Alcohol sales are prohibited from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. And it's illegal to sell alcohol in novel or unusual containers. Virginia historically had blue laws prohibiting all Sunday labor in businesses, but that law was amended in 1960. And then
Why?
the most interesting, hold on, let me find that one. It's a Halloween law.
Now, come
No,
on now.
that you can't, that as a after a certain age you can't trick or treat, you can't do any of them.
Some parts of Virginia
Really?
have interesting trick or treat laws. Several areas have placed legal restrictions on who can and cannot trick or treat. In Chesapeake, Hampton, Newport News, Norfolk, Portsmouth,
Yeah.
Charleston, Virginia Beach, Williamsburg, York County. And the laws basically say that children 12 years old or under are the only ones who can trick or treat. Children caught trick or treating after this age will be charged with a class 4 misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck? They still
Yeah.
kids.
They're
It
first of
don't
all,
matter.
they're still kids. There's also lower functioning children.
That's what I'm saying. So what about the disabled kids? They can't.
So yeah, that's why I always say I'm gonna just go buy us some candy the day after when it's 75% off.
Yeah, the day it's on
That's
sale.
fair. When it's on sale. All right, Sonora. These are 15 Texas laws that you wouldn't believe. While you can carry a concealed weapon, you cannot carry concealed wire cutters in Texas.
No, you cannot. It is illegal
Um,
because it's
Wire.
considered a
no eating,
weapon when it's concealed.
no
So is a
eating your
knife.
neighbor's garbage.
Nope. You can go to
Huh?
jail.
This one was my favorite one.
You can't even get caught going through nobody's trash because your ass going to jail.
This is my favorite one. Marriage via proclamation. Texas is a common law marriage state, which means you're legally considered married if a couple makes 3 public announcements that they're
That
married.
they are husband and wife. Yes, ma'am. And if you live together for 6 months, if you live together for 6 months or more, you're
Married.
considered married.
Married, yeah.
And you have to legally go get a divorce.
Do you know how many motherfuckers that have to divorce? Because I have been a homosexual for a minute.
I cannot.
It is
Me and my son's dad, I had to take his last name. Like we were never legally married, but because we were living in the same home and we had a kid together, those two have the same last name. So I took their last name.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conservative.
So you need a permit to walk barefoot. It's a $5 permit before you could walk around barefoot.
Oh,
They
I'll send
pretty
you
lenient.
$5.
They pretty lenient on it, but you don't see a lot of people walking around without shoes. If you get an asshole cop, yeah, but like most of the time they don't care.
That's real. No shooting buffalo from the balcony.
Nope.
Your horse needs tail lights. You can
Yes.
only ride a horse at night if it has tail lights.
Yes, because it's considered a vehicle.
For anything. Yeah, I'm gonna say.
It's considered a vehicle.
That's like going to Amish country and them going out this time
But
of night
see,
with no light.
but no, the Amish, okay, so in Oklahoma, they don't have to have lights on their horses.
Right.
They can just ride them around like that. But here in Texas, you cannot do that.
But they're gonna be mad as shit when I hit
If somebody hit them, right? But here, like downtown, they have horse and carriage where you can like get on there and they ride you around. But they have to have lights. So the carriage has to have lights. The horse literally has to have lights on the back.
I was about to say,
and they have to have the thing on their faces to where they're just looking like straight, like they can't be,
Yeah.
So they're considered vehicles. That's why.
Windshield wipers are required, but not windshields.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the point of having windshield wipers with no fucking windshield? Bitch,
because when you go get your inspection on the car, they make sure your windshield wipers are working.
Look, I'm paying the guilty plea. So if you pay that ticket, then you're admitting to being guilty.
Yes. Yeah.
The bitch say what? The bitch say what? What?
You can even say like, no, I wasn't doing anything. Let me just pay it off, and it's still gonna go on your record as you were guilty.
I don't like that.
No confetti, firecrackers, or whips, which is wild that they forbid whips in Texas.
Girl, all you gotta do is go outside the city limits. That's it. And it's legal outside the city limits. You can't do it inside the city limits though. You cannot pop fireworks in the city limits. You have to go. So on holidays, like the police are super heavy. And I mean like they ride in twos. So because people still try to pop fireworks in the city, so they give hefty ass fines or your ass going to jail. So you gotta go outside the city limits.
True. No odor admissions in an elevator. So you can't be stinky in an
No.
elevator.
They
Legal.
put you out of buildings.
You need a permit to get drunk. Kids can't have an unusual haircut.
No. Junior got put out of school in the first grade because I got his haircut where he had lines, just lines. And they made me take him out of school until he either grew his hair back or I had to get it all cut off. So we got it all cut off. So
Wow, 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 wow.
yeah.
Wow, 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 wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Texas is different.
Wow, wow, wow. And look who's awake.
Who, Tristan?
Just a short
Uh-huh.
little nappy nap.
Little nappy
really-
nap.
That won't even a nap. My nigga, go to sleep.
Look at
He's
him
still
still rubbing his
sleeping.
eyes.
Uh-huh.
He's probably uncomfortable. He feels hot. You
Yeah,
know,
my baby got put out of school.
Now
Right?
my
Okay.
nephew getting sick.
And last but not least, the Maryland laws. No sleeveless shirts in public parks. You can be fined
Yes.
$10 for wearing a sleeveless shirt in Baltimore.
What?
Yes. I've been fined so many fucking
Almost
unnecessary
all my
times.
clothes ain't got no sleeves.
Yes.
What? It's
You
too hot
can't.
not to do
So
that.
no. So you can't. You just cannot go to a park with
A public park.
a public park. So like a playground. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Anything that is city state owned, you cannot go to.
Wow.
No male bartenders can buy drinks for female bartenders.
Yes, I do.
But-
Oh, but you know what? I like that though.
Yeah,
Because they can still roofie your drink.
But bitches be roofing people too.
and do. No condoms from vending machines
Yeah, that's why they stopped stuff.
unless it is in a place where alcohol is served. That is the only place where they can.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say most places stop selling them in the little vending machines in the bathrooms.
Didn't
Yeah.
even know that was a thing.
But as alcohol is served there, they.
You know what?
can't
They
sell
had them in with the little tampons. They had them
Yep.
in the bathroom with the little tampon in the tampon
Like a little,
machine.
like the old school, you know what I'm talking about though. The machines. That
Yeah.
wall, you put a quarter in, get a tampon.
Yeah. Girl, they so conservative down here. They ain't about to put that shit in no vending machine. When you go places here, they be having condoms in brown paper bags. They don't
Wow.
they even give you your prescriptions in bags that nobody can see.
Let me
Like-
tell you the number one law in Maryland that I break on a regular basis.
No smoking.
No oral sex.
Yeah.
Oral sex
Yeah.
is illegal in Maryland.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Including,
Everybody-
it says including with animals. Like I wasn't worried about that.
Whoa. What?
Yeah. No
Yeah,
lions. No lions.
So
in
like do they mean like no oral sex in public?
no oral sex.
No,
Period.
in general.
So what? So like
But
how
you notice how nobody pays attention to that law because that's why
Yeah.
so many people got kids.
because that's what it
They know
says.
they know that because everybody that lived, is living, or has lived in the state of Maryland would be in jail. Okay, jail.
And how they know what you're doing in the privacy of your own home?
Yeah, no.
You're gonna be sitting in court. Oh, so it's you're gonna be in court and visual like I see you're here for oral sex.
Yeah, that would be so weird. Like, yes, I was sucking my husband's dick. So what?
Right.
Like,
No,
am I not supposed to?
I'm in the privacy of my own home. What the hell y'all watching for? Your
Exactly.
voyeurs?
That is.
Okay, no lions in movie theaters in Baltimore.
Who
No.
is bringing a lion in the movie theater?
Yeah, someone had
It's
to do
hap-
it in order for it to become a law.
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
happened.
People,
People got
oh,
too
No,
much time. No, you notice
no
how? No,
fortune.
no, no. You notice it specifically says Baltimore.
It does.
oh my God.
No fortune telling in Caroline County, wherever that is. No eating.
Why?
No cursing on the highway. No throwing hay from the second story window in Baltimore City.
Why would they have hay in Baltimore throwing it from the
What
what
is
You
it
throw
again?
it from the first story.
girl?
No
What is?
throwing hay from the
Oh
second
yeah.
story windows.
Somebody
Specifically,
didn't hit somebody upside the head with some hay.
I mean, I can throw it from the third and the first, but I
But
cannot
not
come
the second.
that second story.
Could you imagine being in court and you'd be like, nah, the law says I can't do it from the second
Second
floor.
story.
I'm
I
on the
walked
fifth
up two
floor.
more motherfucking flights, right?
Yeah, like I'm on the fifth floor. So I wasn't breaking the law.
And the last one is the Right to Dry Act, which is essentially you can have clotheslines. Like it's legal for you to put a clothesline in your apartment complex, and you can
Why
dry
would
your.
that be illegal though?
Why would it be illegal? Because it's tax.
Yeah.
Well, it's
It's community. What is it? The
the
property
HOA and the yeah.
property values.
hmm So those are the crazy laws in Maryland, Virginia, and Texas. That at some
First
point
off,
in time,
y'all, Maryland has the craziest ones. No oil sex is
Yeah.
wild as fuck.
Yeah. Maryland topped everybody. I'm sorry. Like
that's
this
facts. That's big.
wow that shit. Somebody done did that shit and it then got crazy. But Texas laws are literally revolved around being
Old
conservative.
school
Yeah.
biblical.
Old
Yeah,
school white ass people.
yeah. Before we wrap things up, I am gonna play the little clip about Project 2025. I think it is a great point to leave it on to stress the importance of not putting this orange ass motherfucker in office.
Y'all,
Uh,
please go vote. Please
how,
go vote.
how our lives will be affected if Project 2025 gets enacted. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play on that.
Do you know what Project 2025 is? If not, this isn't even the mandate is 1,000 pages. I started reading it. I was actually going to go over it with y'all before they spoke about it at the BET Awards, but I love that they put that on a bigger platform because I literally have been seeing in the comments people had no idea this was even a thing because it wasn't being broadcast like that. And that's another reason why they be trying to get rid of TikTok, because I did not know about Project 2025 and the seriousness of it until TikTok. So let's have another learning lesson because that is what TikTok is vital for, learning lessons. Okay, come on. Do y'all see this? Take a second, pause it, read this list, because I know there's at least 10 things on this list that affect you directly. And you can say it don't. You can say it's not going to happen. And there's so many idiots running around talking about, oh, we want him back in office. We're going to get loans for our businesses. We're going to get stimuluses. Y'all are goofy and you don't know what you're talking about. Y'all sound like you're very much so misinformed and uneducated. And you are very much so naive to think after seeing this man have MAGA supporters, it's been right in front of your face and you still choose to put the blinders on. That is the biggest form of ignorance. And I have been politically neutral, but I absolutely feel like I'm going to take a stand this year. Just because, like, how? He wants to promote and expedite capital punishment. Don't they already put enough of our people in slavery when they put them in jail? I have a brother serving a life sentence. Not saying he was the best person in the world, but he don't deserve to be in there for life right now. Use the military to break up domestic protests. Come on, y'all. Come on now. We've already seen how the police already are out of hand and already think that they're gods on some level. Because really, it's a god complex for them. They didn't have any control in their lives, so they feel like they need to get into some position of power or authority over someone else to try to control their lives. When at home, they probably getting beat with a wife beater by their wife. Okay, so I'm just saying, this can't be a thing We cannot let this happen. Absolutely not.
It was really small and kind of hard to see. So, just to quickly read what is on that list, it is ending no fault divorce, complete ban on abortions without exceptions, a ban on contraceptives, additional tax breaks for corporations and the 1%, the rich, um, higher taxes for the working class, elimination of unions and worker protections, raise the retirement age from 65 to higher, because cut Social Security, cut Medicare, end the Affordable Care Act, raise prescription drug prices, eliminate the Department of Education, use public taxpayer money for private religious schools, teach Christian religious beliefs in public schools, end free and discounted school lunch programs, end civil rights and DEI protections, ban African American gender education classes, ban books and curriculum about African Americans, ending climate protections, increase Arctic drilling, deregulate big businesses, promote and expedite capitalism, end marriage equality, so gay marriage, condemn single mothers who aren't in traditional families and homes. And then the rest of it I can't really read. But the moral of the story is what the fuck. And I know a part of it is also a mandatory enlistment into the military for all boys.
That's what scares.
Scares
That's
shit
what
out of
scares me.
3 of them.
Because if they do, typically when they do a draft, because my son is the only son of both of his
He's
parents,
going.
he wouldn't have to go into the draft. But if
Mm.
2025, Project 2025 happens, my son is gonna have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mass deportation of all immigrants. Ending of birthright citizenship. Banning of all Muslims from entering the country. And like she said, using military to break up domestic disputes.
That it scares me too because I'm getting ready to go into the fucking military, and I'm like, I will literally take that uniform off. I'm not doing that. I will take that uniform off. I'm sorry, I can't go against my
Kamala,
morality. I can't.
Kamala said something during the debate where it was like they pulled a bunch of military people out of like Iraq or
Mm.
wherever they are stationed.
Yeah.
And there are people, there are military people, because my TikTok is like, just like my playlist, very bipolar.
Mm.
Um, that are like, so they're playing that clip and then they're showing where they are.
Yeah.
And they're in their military fatigues and they're like, so you're saying this, but we're still here. What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
I think
You
they
know,
also said that there's no, this is the first time that nobody's in active war zones. I
Yeah,
think was more of the comment. But no, you're right. But I expect that out of any presidential candidates or any politician really. It's a fucking lie. That's
yeah. They gonna lie to a certain degree because they want to get in the office, but Project 2025 cannot fucking happen, bro. Like
yeah.
it can't. Like it just cannot. We
It's
are so
everybody,
fucked. Yeah,
if you're white and rich.
and that.
You're old, if you're a woman, if you're a person of color, if you're an immigrant, it literally strips you of your basic human rights.
Yep.
And that's wild.
And when
That's,
he said, "Y'all ain't gonna have to vote no more if I get in office," I said, "Man, come
yeah,
on,
he's
bro.
gonna become a dictator.
I'm gonna run
Um,
away to
we're gonna
Canada.
be we're gonna be Korea. We're gonna be North Korea.
Maybe
exactly.
I go live in Mexico.
Look,
I'm close to it. Shit. Shit.
look. So that's all I have to say. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. I'm going to tell you to look at who aligns the most with your values and your morals. But I will encourage everyone to use their voice and to vote, because if voting wasn't important, they wouldn't be trying so fucking hard to take it from us.
Yes, because that's what's happening. We're and the fact that it's just so close. We've
Yeah.
had the same governor for fucking years.
So
Greg
did
Abbott,
Maryland.
crippled ass.
So did Maryland. Maryland had the same governor
We
up
had
until like
he's going,
recently.
now he's going for Senate, and the commercials that are going on around here is like, I voted for Larry Hogan as governor, but I cannot vote for him as senator because then that gives the Republicans the advantage.
The rule. Yep.
I will say, as far as Maryland goes, I will be also voting for Angela Alsobrooks. I've met her. She actually like kikied with my babies at the Labor Day parade in our
Okay.
neighborhood. But she is a remarkable Black woman as well, and she's running for Senate, and that is who will be getting my vote. And hopefully, we can go into 2025 with a Black female president and the majority of the Senate, so that she could actually get passed.
Yeah.
But that's all. That's me and my soapbox for the evening. That's do you guys have any closing remarks?
Y'all, please go out and vote. Please. We need it. We
Or
need it.
be Asia, do the research, but still, because you don't understand, don't.
Do what's best for you.
Yeah.
That's for you.
Like I feel like I've done really quick. I feel like I've done, like, after the debates, done a lot of like looking up certain things of like what they were saying, and I'm still like, so you're telling me that you're gonna give us these loans and you're gonna give us all these things, but when it doesn't happen, then you're gonna have a bunch of people, like
Angry.
you said, people when they're voting for, when you're voting for these politicians are liars.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have to be.
You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
But I'd rather
Because
vote
I'm not.
for false promise than for what I know guaranteed is
It's gonna
Yeah,
fuck us in the long run. Yes.
I'd
That's
rather
my thing. I'm voting because I don't want this over here. You get what I'm saying? Like, because I know it's gonna affect me in the worst way.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's, like I said, that's my soapbox. Let me get off that. Go back to being 5'2.5". Thank you guys so much for like listening to us, chatting with us. Make sure you follow us as a network at UNAME Network on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. If you'd like to follow me personally and follow my fitness journey, you can follow me on Instagram at fitchick_Brit. Asia, you want to let them know where they can find you?
Where I tell you to find me every week.
Period.
Girl.
And Sonora, my love.
You can find me on YouTube because I be forgetting to shout out my YouTube channel, and it be really getting some traction. You can find me on YouTube as Sonora Harris. It says Sonora's Chronicles, of course. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me always on TikTok as Sonora Harris on all my social medias.
Yeah.
You can also find her here every weekend.
Every weekend.
That too.
Every Friday.
And trivia's on Friday.
Yes. Like they just said, for more content like this, UNAB takes over HNIC all weekend long. Kick shit off on the Fridays with trivia at 9 p.m. 7 o'clock, Blur Trap House. 9 o'clock, you find us right here on Black Girl Confidential. And on Sundays, you can catch some anime court, or you may, Asia and I, watching random reality TV off Tubi. That's probably
because
was it good?
So Nora, you have to go back and watch the first episode so you can be on the second episode. Like you have to
okay.
Yeah,
Y'all
go
gotta
ahead.
shoot me the title because I'm gonna go
We'll
upstairs
send you the
after
link.
this
We'll
because
send
I'm
you
a
the
lay
link.
down.
I got
We'll
you.
send you the link.
And then head over to headnerdsincharge.com and purchase some of our merch. Right now, we have merch for trivia, but we will have more things coming up. So go ahead and get you your ding-a-ling-a-ling shirt and support your favorite creatives. Because, we're starving artists out here. So
I like that.
help us out. But until next time, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. And we are out.
The importance of American diplomacy, where we invite and receive respected world leaders. And this former president, as president, invited them